Howdy folks, and welcome back to my channel, Gaming with Distractions. My name is Curtis, otherwise known as C-Money, and welcome to a new series, Lawn Mowing Simulator. So I'm going to skip the tutorials because I played a little bit already. So we start off by naming our business. We will have the ability to hire employees, buy extra equipment for employees to work, so you are doing a business. Select the logo. These are our options. Kind of like that one. We got a company name. We're going to edit our player. Now, a nice thing about this game is there are multiple saves, so that is pretty cool. So I have a offline save. Mrs. C-Money has a save. And now I have a save for this game. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the primary black. And we are good to go. So we're in career mode. There are other modes. It's challenge, free roam, stuff like that. But I decided I was going to do free roam, or career to start. So now we have the option of these three vehicles, probably due to money and RP, but you can test drive these vehicles, and I will show you what that is like. I'm leaning towards getting this one. In my off-cam game, I'm using this one here, so I thought it would be fun to use this. So this one here is just a regular mower. It's got the container in the back that needs to be emptied, the hopper. You can see the stats there on the left. This one's a side discharge, so when you use this one, you want to make sure you're not discharging the shavings or the grass clippings into the driveway or a garden bed and stuff. I don't know why someone would use this, but anyway. And then this one here is a mulcher. So now because it's a mulcher, it is a little slower, and you do have to drive a little more carefully, but you don't have to empty the hopper. So I'm just going to take this for a quick little test drive to show you what that looks like. I have previously test driven all three of them, so I'm not going to do that in this series. So just hit X to hop in. Hold square for an abnormal length of time. At first I thought the game was bugged and it wouldn't start. You just have to hold square for a really, really long time. Then you want to push left and right to increase the throttle. So when it's in idle like this, you can't move or anything. So you just gotta increase it. Maybe it's if you're just letting it sit there for some reason. I don't know. So when you get to where you want to get started, you just hit square. Right, we want to adjust the height first. So up and down, adjust the height. I'm not sure if you can see it there, but I'll flag that in the video. And then you circle to lower the mower. You can see it's going up and down. And then square to turn it on. And drive. Now this is our third person view. You do have the first person view. And then two other random views. For this game I prefer to be in this view, so that's what we'll do. Oh, see, you got to be careful with the mulcher. You can easily overwork the engine, which we don't want to do. So if you're going around hills and stuff, that'll affect it. We're going downhill right now. The length of the grass, from what we have found, will also affect that. I also want to be careful. You don't want to wreck the machine. The machine will take damage over time, wear out from use over time. So yeah, you see there, I was getting close to that red arrow on the RPM gauge, or the speedometer, sorry. But here we should be fine. We're on a flat ground. Let's try to be a little more careful here. I'm not giving it full throttle just because there are ups and downs, peaks and valleys. That's downhill, so I'm being careful there. But yeah, that's it. Now, if I had the yellow mower, there would be green bins over here to empty out the hopper. But we don't need to worry about it. And then you just hold circle, and that gets you out of the vehicle. And just go up to the truck door and leave. So what I'm going to do is I am going to purchase this one for our company. We're not going to have a lot of money left over, but that's okay. And now we want to buy a whippersnipper. I'm getting the gas-powered one. So this is the contracts page. First, there's the headquarters. Right now, our headquarters only holds one vehicle. There is advertisement that you can do, and that'll help you gain extra RP. We don't have enough money to do that right now, so we're not going to worry about it. We can edit our name and player, which we don't need to do. These are the contracts. Right now, we only have the first contract available to us. Here, you can shop for new mowers. You can also do maintenance on your mower. You can sell it. You can exchange it. So the money from the sale will go towards the purchase of a new mower. I'll just quickly run through them here just so you can get a visual. This is a stand-up one. That one would be interesting. Some of these mowers have attachments, kind of like the lines that you see on a baseball field or a football field. I think it's these ones here, the Skags. But yeah, there's a little roller attachment that goes on the back so that you can make those lines. Here's for refueling your whippersnippers, selling it, or exchanging it for a different one. And these ones here are all battery powered. This one is the fuel one. And you got your finances. So I'm going to go ahead and launch this. So as I said previously, there will be an option to get more equipment, hire employees so that you can send employees to do some of these jobs. Right now, we are the only employee. We only have one machine, one whippersnipper, and we'll confirm to launch the contract. So here you see the Dino Safari DLC. I did buy the 2 DLCs that are available to the game. Now there's some information at the top. We got our location. We need to get 99% of the grass cut. And then the clients will give you different cut height requirements. Now we're mulching, so it makes it more sense to go a little higher. And the ground check, I'll cover that in a second. And then there's a recommended cut time. Now, recommended, it's not mandatory. It's not like you fail if you don't do it in the 26 minutes. So you don't need to worry about that. So to start off, we do a ground check. R1 is to sprint, as I'm sure you saw. But what we want to do is we want to find stuff look like dog poop. We want to find stuff in the grass that would damage our mower. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like a spoon. Now, I didn't want a lot of spoilers or mini spoilers or any spoilers, but I did do a minor bit of research after trying the game out. And I discovered that there are valuables on some maps. Now, I don't know what maps they're on, because again, I want to discover this on my own, or Mrs. C Money will discover it and let me know, because she's playing as well. But I'm just using this little extra time for ground checking here to see if there's any valuables around. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, a little rabbit hut. That's cute. Now, the game is based in the UK. I'm assuming this is a farm town, as you can hear cows and cars and stuff going by. This must be the neighbor's yard. Actually, I haven't looked out front. Oh, you can't. You can't see. But that's okay. So you can do it different ways. You can start with the mower, start with the whippersnipper. I'm going to choose to start with the whippersnipper. Because you want to be careful not to cut their flowers. You will lose points if you cut the flowers, so we don't want to do that. So we're just going in with the whippersnipper carefully, just to make a ridge. And I'll probably double back on this too. Flowers are a little more forgiving with the whippersnipper than what they are with the mower, so it's another reason to go in with the mower first. I don't know if there's a right or wrong way. I think it's going to boil down to personal preference. And I might try it both ways. We'll see. And I don't feel that this ridge that I'm making is actually going to be wide enough for my liking, so I might double back on it. Or we'll just wing it and go. I don't know. We'll see. So the recommended time that I started talking about, didn't finish, I think there's a time bonus. So that's why that's there. So if you don't meet it, not the end of the world. I think depending on your equipment, sometimes that'll be harder to do, harder to meet. So I'm just going to do circles. That's much easier. Covers more ground, too. So I don't know how exciting this is going to be for a series. This might end up coming back as, or I might do tutorials on stuff that I discover and stuff Mrs. C Money discovers while we're playing the game. Let me know in the comments. Is this something you want to see? Mrs. C Money did a contract today, and it was like an hour and a half long contract. So if you do want this to be a series, there will be some time lapsing involved, because I don't know if anyone wants to sit there for an hour and a half watching me mow lawn. So let me know in the comments, and based on the responses, we'll likely dictate how this series turns out. And again, if you just want it as a tips and tricks, cool. If you want to see the cool stuff like the dinosaur park where we can mow grass, cool. This will be entirely up to the viewers. And like I said, I have my own single player game going right now, so it's not preventing me from playing the game. So and even just watching Mrs. C Money play is pretty cool. So I'm sure you're wondering, wow, Curtis, how did you end up getting this game? Well, I'm glad you asked. So I'm going through my wish list with Mrs. C Money. I watched Haunted play this game. Haunted's House. If you're not familiar with his channel, go check him out. I'm assuming at this point most people that watch my content would be familiar with him because of our Red Dead Online series that we got going on. Starting Up a Posse is the name of mine. So I watched Haunted play this game, and it immediately went into my wish list. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I was going through the wish list with Mrs. C Money, and she's like, I'd play that. And I'm like, what? Are you serious? And she's like, yeah. I never in a million years thought this would be... Like, she's got farm games, and she likes stuff like that, but just out here mowing grass, it never dawned on me that this would be interesting to her. So I immediately purchased it, and it was 70% off, so it was a perfect time to do so. We also bought the DLCs because they were 50% off, so we just figured we might as well just get the whole thing. It wasn't very expensive, so if you're watching this close to when I release it, and it's something of interest to you, go take a look in the store. It's probably on sale. So when I was watching Haunted play this, I got the pressure washer sim game vibe, where it's just chill. It's just chill and rewarding. Like as my wife calls them, or as Mrs. C Money calls them, our comfort games. So, yeah, it's a comfort game. Something to play when you don't feel like playing one of your other games or don't have a lot of time to invest in it. Actually, you do need to invest a lot of time when you play this. Because like I said, some of these contracts are huge. From what I've seen, there's mansions, there's some landmark places. It's all stuff you'll see as we progress, if this becomes a series, I guess. I think I've come full circle now. Now, I probably spent more time with the whippersnipper than I probably should. I don't know. But it's fun. I'm having fun, and I like doing it. Just gonna make this a little wider. What I'm doing right now is just going to make it easier once I have the mower out here, so I figure why not? This part seems a little less tedious. Especially when you get under these bushes here. It's hard to see where you are and stuff. So let me know in the comments as well. Does anyone have this game? Have you played it? Have you seen it or been interested in it? You enjoying it? I've only done the one. I did this contract here on my single player, or my off-cam one. So I've seen Mrs. C Money do a couple contracts. So we're not too far into it. So a lot of this is going to be me discovering it for the first time with you, which is cool. I'm really starting to feel I'm investing way too much time in the whippersnipping portion of things. We'll see. Now there's this tree. Now you'll see it's a little more forgiving with the flowers, with the whippersnipper, so it's another reason why to go in with the whippersnipper. Now you could also come in and clean it up afterwards, and we'll try both, or at least I will. I'm really anxious to get to one of the dinosaur museum ones. Just from the pictures I saw in the store, it looks really cool. There's a little video too, so you can watch. Now we did a little bit of a test before recording this to adjust the volumes. So I don't know. I did adjust some more before recording. The machines are really loud, and I didn't want that. But then I went too quiet, so we may have to adjust again. I'll be able to tell when I do the editing, but probably won't start over. So for this episode here, what the volumes are, or what they are, we'll just cross our fingers. It's all going to work out nicely. Okay. One more. And we're going to get on our lawnmower. Other than on the test field, I haven't used the mulcher, so it might take some getting used to so that I don't wreck the engine. Oh, see, I got a penalty there because I destroyed one of the flowers. I must have just went in too heavy. Okay, we're good to go. Time to get the mower. So we're just going to throw this in the back of the truck. Hop on the mower. We're going to lower it, turn the blades on, and we're mowing. Oh, I don't know if you noticed that. I'm cutting at the wrong height. So we want to be 2 3/8. I'm at 2 3/4. So we'll just go back here, and I've adjusted the height now to the right height. And we'll just start that over again. And it's lower, turn them on, and off we go. Now, one thing you can do is hold R3, and it shows you where there's grass that's still long. But because we're doing 99%, there is a little margin of error, so I'm not going to be overly concerned about little spots. We'll get concerned with those if we have to. I'm still a little baffled that Mrs. C Money wanted to play this game, so very excited. She had a lot of fun with it earlier today. We're going a little too fast there. I think the grass was longer, which was what would have caused that to happen. Just going a little slower around the corners. We can be a little more precise with them. Those ones were okay. So yeah, I'm hoping the volumes are okay, because when you have the... Oh. I'm just going to pick that up right now, seeing as I'm right here. The default volumes, when you start playing this, it's like it's so loud. Oh, funny story. When I was watching Haunted play the game, which was the first time I had seen this game, I was watching it on my cell phone, and my dogs could hear the bird noises and the cats, and they were going crazy. They thought they were there was a bird in the house. So that was funny too. So I have to take that like that. Just want to round this off here. The whippersnipper did have a... I think it's worked out pretty good for us here. yeah, so far I'm definitely enjoying this game. Do I get this amount of pleasure from doing it in real life? Nope. No, but doing it virtually apparently is just fine. Oh. So what are your comfort games? Do you have any games that are your go-to when you just want to relax after work or relax on the weekend or take a break from one of your main games? Stranded Deep is one of them for me, but I think this one's gonna quickly become a close second. Another thing you want to be careful of is you don't want to take corners too sharp sometimes. There are certain things you can do that will harm the grass. I don't like this rear steering. It's one of the downsides to this mulcher, but yeah, what I was saying is you want to be careful with certain things, and we'll figure those out over time. It was actually Mrs. C Money who was telling me about that today. She had noticed that sometimes grass would get damaged. Now what I want to do is I want to round this off a little bit to make it easier when we're passing through. I noticed over here there was a patch we missed. There we go. I got it. Oh, see, I damaged the ground because I was taking too sharp corners. And these things will factor in with the payout at the end. We'll be able to see how that affects things. Go a little slower in the corner there. Prevent damage. Just gotta go clean this stuff up here. Yeah, I'm anxious to see if the volume levels are good on this now. Oh, reverse is just a pain in the arse. Just saying. I guess that's not something I did when I was on the test track. I didn't do a lot of reversing to see how it was. Oh well, is what it is. Yeah, doing that whipper snipping ahead of time made that so much easier. Progress bar right now is at 91%. Now, when you go over cement and stuff, you do want to stop the blades from spinning, just so you don't damage your blades and your machine. That's something to watch for too. If you go through deep grass or tall grass, it'll not cut at all sometimes. Kind of like with a real lawnmower, right? So sometimes you'll have to do a second pass to clean that kind of stuff up. What else do I know? There are some lawns that are a lot bigger. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. We'll figure it out as we go along. Oh, you'll see there, leave location. We've successfully met the contract. So we'll turn the blades off, raise it, get this back in the trailer. Hold circle for an obscene amount of time. Yeah, and while it's on the trailer or while it's out, you can fuel it. You can recover. I think there's repairing as well. Same thing with the whipper snipper. But we didn't need to do that at this location. And then one more thing to touch on before we end the episode. So I'll let you take a look there at the stats. The vehicle didn't get any damage. Everything was looking good there. Just need fuel. You can see the money that we made from the contract, some of the penalties we took, and we came out ahead $300. So we're back at headquarters now. So this upgrade here would add another parking spot for another vehicle. So you don't want to, well, one, you can't purchase a vehicle, but you don't want to hire an employee until you've upgraded this and have another piece of equipment. Here you can purchase more headquarters. This, we can do advertising, which we can do now. Edit the company info. So now we're going to go into our machine. We're going to do maintenance. So repairs. It's costing 4 cents for repairs. There's no engine repairs. This is also 4 cents. And $1.60 to fuel. You can see the statistics. Done the one contract, the grass, money earned. Sell the vehicle exchange. Oops. Now we're going to go here to refuel the whippersnipper. And here you could take loans out, which I am not ready to do. And we'll see if we do want to do that at some point. But yeah, welcome to the game. Let me know in the comments. Do you want this to be a series? Do you want it to be tips and tricks? Do you want it to be a series with time lapses? You guys get to pick what we do with this series. So thank you for joining and have a great night and toodaloo.